Have you ever wondered what happens when an HOA dispute crosses the line from annoying to downright intense? Imagine living peacefully by a lake, only to have a neighbor, who also happens to be on your HOA board, try to force you off your own property. This isn't just drama, it's a real conflict that escalated so much. 911 was called. But what if the sheriff didn't side with the complainer and took your side instead? What does that mean for homeowners caught in HOA power struggles? Today, we're diving into one unforgettable showdown involving an HOA member named Karen and a homeowner named Randy Maxwell, unfolding right at a cherished lake home. Homeowners associations have always had a complicated role in managing communities. They enforce rules, keep neighborhoods tidy, and try to balance the needs and rights of everyone living there. But when personalities clash or rules feel unfair, tensions can rise quickly. This video highlights a recent story that's been buzzing in HOA circles across the country, how a dispute over lake home use spiraled out of control. Karen, a vocal and strict HOA board member known for pushing rules hard, tried to get Randy Maxwell, a longtime resident, to leave his lake home. Randy, however, wasn't willing to back down quietly. Situations like this don't just happen in one corner of America. They resonate with anyone living under HOA governance, especially when enforcement feels heavy-handed or personal agendas take over. Understanding what really happened between Karen and Randy can shed light on your rights, how law enforcement might get involved, and what steps homeowners can take when disagreements threaten their peace of mind and property. The conflict between Karen and Randy started with a complaint over some minor violations that Karen insisted Randy correct immediately. What seemed like a simple enforcement issue rapidly escalated when Karen threatened Randy with eviction from the lake house, citing HOA rules and regulations. Randy argued that he had a right to be there and that Karen was overstepping her authority. The tension grew to a point where Karen, feeling backed into a corner, called 911 to report what she described as a trespassing or disturbance issue. When the sheriff arrived, the community was watching closely, expecting to see Randy forced out. Instead, the sheriff carefully reviewed the situation, listened to both sides, and decided that Randy was within his rights to stay. This unexpected support from law enforcement surprised Karen and many residents. Stories like this highlight the importance of knowing what your HOA can and cannot enforce, but also how external authorities like the police can influence outcomes. It also raises questions about the balance of power in HOA disputes and the role personalities play in escalating or diffusing conflicts. Randy's calm yet firm response and the sheriff's backing remind homeowners that standing up for their rights, armed with knowledge and respect for proper procedure, can change the course of what might feel like an unfair fight. The key insight from this intense encounter is the critical importance of homeowner awareness and legal boundaries within an HOA. Karen's approach, while motivated by enforcing community standards, crossed a line where fear and intimidation threatened Randy's right to enjoy his property. Randy's calm yet assertive stance and the sheriff's fair judgment illustrate that homeowners are not powerless against aggressive tactics. It's essential to document communications, understand your HOA's governing documents, and know when outside help like law enforcement may be needed. This story is a cautionary tale for HOA boards to enforce rules thoughtfully and for homeowners to be proactive in protecting their rights. Importantly, it shows that a fair process includes listening to both sides, having clear evidence, and avoiding unnecessary escalation. The resolution was a win not just for Randy, but for all residents who want their community to be governed fairly, not ruled by fear or personal vendettas. Those living in HOAs should foster community dialogue while standing firm in their rights to create peaceful, enjoyable living environments. To wrap it all up, this story between Karen and Randy teaches us that HOA conflicts can sometimes get personal and escalate. But knowing your rights and approaching the situation calmly can make all the difference. If you're facing a tough situation with an HOA, don't hesitate to seek clarity on rules And, if needed, get support from local authorities or legal professionals. Remember, HOAs exist to maintain community standards, not to bully or intimidate residents. If you found Randy's story enlightening, hit that like button to support clear and fair community leadership. And make sure to subscribe to HOA Files for more real-life stories, smart strategies, and inspiring wins where everyday homeowners use clever tactics to reclaim their power.